go to the nurse's station and get some help.
It's okay. Just give me a minute. It's the stump. It's not sitting in the leg well.
Look closely at this rehearsal and you'll notice despite the play being a piece of fiction, there is something very real here. The amputee soldier played by an amputee actor. Playwright Leanne Folder wrote the script after being inspired by Paul Franklin, a Canadian Forces vet who lost his legs in a suicide bombing in Afghanistan. Folder wrote a book about him, but the story stayed with her.
Nobody goes to Afghanistan and thinks, as a soldier, and thinks, I'm going to be the guy that comes back with no legs. People don't expect that to happen to them. Nobody expects that to happen to your husband and to your father.
It took years, but writing was the easy part. Finding a double amputee for the lead role was a challenge.
And I'm lying on the table, I'm looking up, I'm like, oh my God, like they're going to cut me open again.
Enter Christian Zip. The drama teacher lost his legs to meningitis. He wanted to play Will, Folder's amputee soldier.
I don't know that I've really seen a real presence of a show like that that kind of focuses on somebody who's dealing with that issue of being an amputee.
But he ultimately declined due to a scheduling conflict. The search went on, ending with a bit of a plot twist.
And here's my problem is I only have one leg. My left leg is fake. It's just made of metal and sadness.
Stand-up comedian Ben Prue. He lost one leg as a child. He didn't have much acting experience, but a rewrite and a military haircut later, he's ready to sink his teeth into more serious material.
I've never been to war and I can't play that, but I can play this person. And so I look at the experiences that he talks about from his time in Afghanistan and then try to do that story justice.
As Walk gears up for prime time, that's a message Folder wants audiences to hear as well.
I hope that people will see, what happens to soldiers when they come home from war, but I also just hope that people will see what it's like for a family to have to go through something really difficult and to wrestle through it together.
Folder will know soon enough. Practice is done now. Cast and crew leaving this makeshift stage behind to get to the Edmonton Fringe Festival, crossing their fingers the work will live on beyond this one set of curtain calls. Rafi Bujikanian, CBC News, Edmonton.